Hey cousins, welcome back to Ro Reacts TV, where we react, review, and recap skits from the Country Wayne skit universe. Hey cousins! So on this episode, we have Kendrick, who is down at the jail, and he is speaking to Dawn, and he tells Dawn, "Hey Dawn." She says, "Hey Kendrick." He says, "I know you're surprised to see me down here." He says, "Actually, I was down here to visit a client. I had to let my client know that unfortunately he's not getting out. He's not getting out of jail." And she has this look on her face, and he says, "Yeah, but I thought about you, and so I came over here to visit you." He says, "Basically, all of my family has been in and out of prison. My brothers, my cousins. I grew up around thugs and crime and drugs, you name it. Most people don't know that about me because how I am. But living that life and seeing that crime every day is the reason that I became a lawyer. Because I grew up in a house where the door would get kicked in." He says, "I've been in a house where we were robbed at gunpoint. And I'll never forget my favorite cousin. He did some time. And, when he came out, he just was never the same. It changed him. And come to find out, he was innocent. And so I know the things that cops will do to go through to get an arrest." He told Dawn that is his primary reason for wanting to become a lawyer, so that he can help those people that are innocent. He told her he know how unfair that courts can be, and just having a good lawyer is more than enough to changing a judge's mind. So he went ahead and agreed to take her case. So the next scene, we see Kendrick step into a room speaking on the phone, and he's saying, "Don have Kenny." And we see Detective J, and he stands up and he say, "Hey, my dear brother." Kendrick says, "Detective J, wow, it's funny. I didn't think I would see you here." He says, "Yeah, it's funny we keep running into each other. I call it serendipity." Jay says, "I know we've had our differences in the past, bro. That's a fact." He says, "I'm man enough to say that what you've done has been quite progressive and helpful to this case." He says, "I guess we're actually starting to gain a little traction, and I'm assuming that you're here to see Dawn to get some more information. I told you the stuff that she's been saying and bringing Natasha's name up." He says, "I'm assuming that's why you're here." Kendrick says, yeah, I'm just trying to tie some loose ends up." "Yeah, Kendrick, go with that." Detective says, "Dawn has been quite busy, so if you don't mind, she might be a little more forthcoming if you go talk to her." He says, "Like I said, we've been getting a lot of good traction on it, so let's share that momentum, and if you can bring some information to me, we can seal this thing up." He says, "I don't think that Dawn is the mastermind. I think that she's covering up and hiding a lot of stuff." Jay says, "I appreciate you, brother, doing what you're doing and trying to get all this information. So at the end of the day, we both love Natasha and we just want to keep her safe." Well, Kendrick does not want to hear that. But he goes along to get along because why else is he there? I'm pretty sure he doesn't want Jay to go and run and tell Natasha that he is attached to Dawn in any way. So he's just going along with it. He says, "Again, we both care about Natasha. We both want to see her protected. We both love her, and we both don't want to see her in any danger." Kendrick says, "I don't know about that we part." Kendrick says, "You know what? I appreciate the work you did earlier, and I can be man enough to say that, and I just want to reach my hand and extend it to you and tell you good job." All right, cousins, that is the wrap up for 2 episodes. I hope you were able to follow along. Please drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.